What's going on, everyone? This is Voyagers 2019, back in No Man's Sky, back in the Corvette expedition. This is Phase 4. Let's just jump straight in and have a look. Okay, so the fourth rendezvous, naturally. Okay, so advance, defend, install Corvette shield modules. Now, how do we do that? Many Corvette modules... Okay, so I got 0 out of 3. Many Corvette modules can enhance ship stats. These modules will automatically appear in your ship's technology inventory when installed. Shields are often associated with a shield generator module. Okay. Experiment the ship's design. Alright, so these, again, these aren't modules in the regular kind of technology, even though they appear in the technology inventory. They're actual build parts by the looks. Shields, shield generator, experiment with the ship design. Obtain Corvette modules. Configure Corvette modules at the space station. Cool. Alright. Okay, so advance destroy. Install Corvette damage modules. Again, let's have a quick look. No, I've got 1 out of 3. Is that because I installed a gun? I think that's probably what it is. I have a gun, therefore I have 1 weapon. Okay, blah blah blah. Same deal as the shields by the looks. Okay, I've still got to do that. That might be something that I... Oh! It says I've already ridden in another Traveler's Corvette 6.33U. Now, how did that happen? I have no idea. I thought you had to join a proper... I thought you had to join another player. You couldn't just hop into their ship and stow away. Maybe that's not true. Maybe it was meant to work like that, and they had to fix it in one of the patches? I don't know. I'll try hopping on somebody's Corvette and see what happens. Okay, stardiving. Fall for 60 seconds from a Corvette. Now, that one might be tricky because 60 seconds is a long time to fall through an atmosphere. Atmosphere aren't that thick. Okay, they're already taken care of. Fast scramble. Engage the emergency warp. Huh. Do I have an emergency warp? Why did I move that there and that there? Emergency warp. And I can install it right now. Thank God I kept those microprocessors. Alright, so I can do that now. Cool beans. Alright, do I want the... why are they the same? Oh, okay. They look a similar colour, but they... that column and that column are actually not associated with each other. Okay. Alright, so at least I have an emergency warp now. So we could start heading towards the fourth rendezvous, or I could try and start installing some of these now. Let's have a look. Let's see if I can... Okay, 3 shields. Actually, let's see what I've got in my cache first. I dumped everything in here. Is this all I can trade with? Yeah, that's also 41%. Alright, it looks like I might have to just buy these things. Alright, let's give up on trading. Go back to purchasing. Oh, okay. My options are limited when purchasing. Alright. I think the key... Okay. I think the lesson here is we are meant to go and look for more... let me see if I can call it this again. Salvage containers. I think the key... I think what we're... The lesson we've been taught here is to go and get salvage containers, because even if the parts we need are not in the salvage containers, the parts that are in there are tradable. Okay. This was going to be difficult to aim at. Storm is making things tricky. Whoopsie. Oh, that took some doing. That one that was that way has kind of disappeared now. Alright, may as well head that way then. Of course. Okay, why can't I get this? Repurposed storage unit, righto. Alright, well, I ain't gonna get anything in this storm, so I may as well head back. Alright, let's get back to the space station. See how much money we can get for this and see what we can buy. Right. What am I going to do with all this frostwood? Now then, did I just drop out of there? Alright, you seem to have things. What's that? A high price of scrap. Now then, let's put all the Corvette stuff into the doodad. Ditto with this stuff. Now what's this? Salvage scrap. Alright, I'm going to put this in my exosuit. Put that in my exosuit. Alright. I think we're good to go. Right, let's go sell some stuff. Get monies. sell. Okay, that's worth quite a bit. Ooh, that's worth quite a bit. Right, let's just make sure there's not dross in the ship. Nope, good on that front. Alright, let's head back. Now, it's always a good idea to create a save before you start tinkering. Hop in, hop out. Restore point saved. Right, let's just have a little little peek of what we've got. Yeah, that's a shame. Alright, well I managed to get one weapon out of it, and the rest I might be able to trade in, so let's have a look. So I've only got one weapon so far. Actually, why don't I actually install that just to make sure. I do have the wrong milestone activated, but never mind. I'm sure it'll be fine. Torpedo launcher. Yeah, why not mount it right there? I can leave it that color as well, I suppose. Alright, apply edits. Now, let's have a quick look. So 0 out of 3 shields and 2 out of 3 weapons. Nice. Alright, maybe I should just highlight that temporarily while we look for another weapons module. Alright, let's do it. Alright, let's bang it in there. Maybe I should rethink now where some of these weapons are positioned. Alright, let's get the phase beam on. Yeah, maybe I should mount these things under here. Okay, that can go there. Let's do that. And that. Now, maybe we should move his R2. Maybe I'll put this on the other side. So we're matching. And now maybe this could go underneath. Advanced Destroy. Upgraded Corvette's damage potential. Nice. Now, on the off chance that that actually gives us something awesome, Starship inventory slots, a Walker Brain, and a conflict scanner plan. I guess we'll just pop that there. Walker Brain wiring loom. Alright, let's see if we can actually get a wiring loom right now. I know they're a pretty penny, but it might be worth just buying one now. Yep, the 88 grand. But it's worth getting one. Alright, let's just run back. Right, I don't need to be on the ship. I think I'm close enough. Let's try. Installing Walker Brain. And a wiring loom. Hey presto. Conflict scanner. Nice. Alright. Now, let's go back to defend. We need, oh god, we need 3 defensive systems. I don't know if I'll have enough money. Alright, let's try trading again. We've got a lot to trade in. Core engines, defensive. Okay, shield deflector, ion barrier, high energy shield. Okay, so these 3 are the only 3 defensive doodads that are actually in this menu. So let's try the high energy. Let's see if we can. That sounds like it should be expensive. Alright, says it's good. Nice. Alright, all 3 of those were accepted. Let's try installing them. Now, are these things going to be ugly as balls dangling from the back end of my ship? And as if to reiterate the point, I could literally have a ball sack hanging from the back of my ship. I'm gonna do it. Oh god, I just made myself lol. Alrighty. A pair of bollocks hanging from on the underside of my ship. Alright, what embarrassing position am I going to put these in? You know, it's a shame I can't just put them, like, to cover up the back end of these things. Do you know what? This is a Frankenstein's monster of a ship after I get all these doodads on here, but that's actually going through the floor even. Do you know what? It's not elegant, but I'm gonna have to put it somewhere. Oh, what about that? I guess I could try and hide it there somewhat. Yeah, that'll do. Ooh. I wonder if you could put these things inside your ship. At least you can make it look like some sort of engine then. Actually, do you know what? Now that I can see that that's spinning around, why can't I? Like, can I move that a little bit this way? Of course, it's not going to snap nicely now, is it? Right, maybe I'll just get rid of it. Nope. Wrong button. Okay, move. Yeah, something to actually snap it to the back end of this, but never mind. Alright, that will do. Let's change the colour. Blend it in a bit more. Alright, we got one more defensive system to get in. That's this shield generator thingy. Don't really want to put it on top of there. I could hide it in there, I suppose. Not even going to snap on the back of that, is it? Alright, let's hide that there. Oh, see, that makes a nice turny engine thing as well. Alright, let's move that again. Let me put it somewhere. Right, hang on. Let me just shove it there for now. Move this to... put that there. What if I put this? Okay, it'll go there. Can I rotate it? Can't rotate it in the way I want to rotate it, unfortunately. That's a shame. Yeah, I don't want to just shove it on there now because it's a nice spinny thing. Dagnabbit. Alright, let's put that there. Let's put that there. At least my ship is in some semblance of symmetry. Right, did I colour this? That took long enough that I thought, shit, I haven't actually satisfied the brief. I really thought that wasn't going to trigger. Alright, advanced defend, collect reward. Corvette, weapon module pack, starship inventory slot times 2. Great, great, you get weapons. You get weapons after you put defenses in. So the phase beam and the torpedo launcher I just haggled for, I've just been given now. I should have done. It always pays to read the rewards. Repeat after me. It always pays to read the rewards first. Dagnabbit. Alright, if ever you needed proof that I am the noobiest day one player, it's that. Alright. Oakley dokley. Well, my goodness, I really am. God, I'm amazed I actually managed to cram all that stuff in there. And I can just reinstall that there. Okay, I think that is the best I'm going to do out of that. Oops. Just realised I can just put these into the Corvette thing now. Yep, that'll do it. Alright, let's have a look where we are mission-wise. We still have to get to Rendezvous 4. I've still got a hitchhike on somebody's ship. Fall 60 seconds from a Corvette. Why don't I try that? Actually, just while I'm here, why don't I try sneaking onto somebody's ship? Let's see what happens if they do take off with me in the ship. Whoa. Well, that was unexpected, Tony. Just took off as I was about to jump on. Well, I wasn't expecting to get punted through the air like that. That was interesting. Alright, do you know what? I could hang around here waiting for somebody else to come, but why don't I just take off and look at my glorious sack from the back of my ship? Alright, I should probably save. It's not too invasive, thankfully. Right, now then, that's a mechanical planet. Alright, that might not be too bad. Now I think in order to fall from a planet, you have to be in atmosphere. Whoops. You have to be in atmosphere. So why don't I go into first person, and as soon as you see oh, who's shooting me? Ow. Nobody needs to shoot me. I just fly into asteroids all by myself. Right, now I think what happens here is as soon as you see coordinates appear on your little scanner on the left hand side there, you are in atmosphere. All stop. Alright. This will be the first time I've ever actually done this. Just leapt out of my ship. when I was in space I did it, but yeah, I have done it in Atmo. Leave the pilot seat. Alright, let's give it a whirl. Alright, 60 seconds is a long time. Let's go for it. Should I have highlighted that? Thank goodness he was already counting. Oh my god. Halfway already. Okay. It is totally doable. And with time to spare by the looks. I really wish this storm wasn't making the ground hard to see. Well, it looks like I was good for like 80 or 90 seconds. Alright, brace yourself. And of course, straight into a sentinel. Of course. Ow. It's all very well saying you can summon your Corvette to you, but you can't do it while you're in combat. Alright, let's try and summon my Corvette. Go away! Ah, I've run out of puff. And he's inside the ship with me. Okay, what happens if I get into the seat? Will it summon sentinels? Sentinel ships? Maybe not. Alright, let's go back into third person. Alright, well that was easy. Alright, let's claim Stardiving. Rocket boot plans, boo. Collection of decals. Yeah, not a fan of the rocket boots. You go for a little boost and when you land, you jump forward an extra 3 meters and yeet yourself off a cliff. Oh my goodness. Whole bunch of stickers. Alright, next. Okay, engage the emergency warp. Now, this is one of those deals where you're not quite sure where you're going to end up, so I think I should head to Rendezvous 4, so at least I can have a save at the space station and then just teleport back. I really want to do that. I know it's optional, but I really want to do it. Alright, let's head to RV4. Okay, not many planets there. Oh, there's a fair few planets there. I was going to be FOMO when I just bypass systems. Oh my goodness. Pirate controlled. Do I need to do any more pirate stuff? I can always go one system back. Actually, my goodness. Was that How far away is Rendezvous 4? It's nowhere to be seen. What's that? Is that Rendezvous 3? Curious that and curious, said Alice. Now, normally you would be able to see the next rendezvous. Alright, I will go as far as I can. Do you know what? This really annoys me. When you break out of the expedition route thing, it really struggles to put you back. Pirate controlled. Alright, if this is the expedition route, alright, let's do it. Discovered by Rich. Right, just out of curiosity, can we see... Oh my goodness, it's jerky. Right, can we see... Yeah, we can see Rendezvous 4. Alright, do you know what? Let's just go. My goodness. Magenta much? Whoa. What was that? Well, I'm glad I created a restore point because that looked dodgy as something has welded itself to the inside of the space station. And I'm in space. Alrighty. Let's see if I can get myself back in. No, I cannot. Alright, well, I don't know what this is. I think it's it looks like a freighter has just buried itself into the space station. Alright, do you know what? I hope somebody hasn't actually just like broken... I hope somebody hasn't like broken the space station to spoil it for everyone else. Yeah, that is never going to work, is it? Alright, maybe I can try going to a nearby system and then coming back, see what happens.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Oh, thank God for that. Alright, turning off multiplayer didn't do anything, so I get the feeling that was a NPC freighter. It was just really bad luck that it spawned inside the space station. probably turn multiplayer back on. I do like to see people coming and going. Alright, let's just get straight over. Sure. Atlas Air Rod Surveillance Uplink Glass. Anomaly definition data lost. Directive suppress anomalies. Directive cleanse anomalies. Directive target anomalies. Imprint iteration signature. Imprinting Traveler Vangelis 2019. Anomaly definition 100% restored. Nice. Now I wonder, okay, so I haven't actually done that yet, so there's still an opportunity to do this hitchhiking thing. Corvette shielding modules pack. Of course, the shields that oh, God almighty. I am such a noob. There you go. So I could have installed 2 of those without doing any haggling at all. Of course. Ooh, can I upgrade? No, I can't do any more of these. Damn. Yes, they say you could do these in any order, but it really does pay to do them in the order that they're shown, because the rewards will stop you from doing stupid mistakes like I just did. Alright, I really want to know if you could just... actually, why am I going to foot all the way over there again? I really want to know... no, I turned multiplayer back on, didn't I? Yeah. I really want to know if I really can just smuggle myself aboard someone else's freighter. Why can't I go any further? How dare you stop me? Whoa. Alright, it looks like the freighter's just put itself back. This is nuts. Alright. I think I may... Now, how am I going to get my ship back? Yep, I can't summon my Corvette here. At least I don't think I can. And if I teleport back over there... Yep, same thing that happened last time. Okie dokie. Well, I don't know what you're supposed to do in this circumstance. Oh well, at least I managed to do that, but yeah, it's inconvenient. I don't even know if I want to come back to this space station. Right, I might have to teleport to the station before this one. Alright, I may as well just do the emergency warp thing. No, I thought you did it from this menu. Emergency warp, let's do it. Central Florida. All right, space station. Is it that a ways? Yeah, too close. Right, please don't let there be a freighter parked in the middle of this one either. Alrighty. Let us claim fast scramble. Oh, more parts. Right, let's put these in the workshop. Top that up while I'm here.
Technology recharge.
I really should put some effort into finding some chromium.
Technology recharge.
Oh God, everything's damaged. Cadmium, sorry, not chromium. I got cadmium and chromatic metal mixed up then. Alright, I need a warp cell to fix that. Okay, of course. I can make one of those. Why can't I make a housing? I'm out of oxygen. And oxygen is the one thing you can't buy. Well, carbon and oxygen. You cannot buy at the space station.
Technology recharge.
Alright, I will fix that as soon as I can get some oxygen. Now, let us see. That's my starship. Now, why did I come down here? See, I don't want to claim the Phase 4 reward because that might make this one disappear. Maybe I want to try and sneak on somebody's ship. Actually, I think what I was trying to do was to use this, because I could be anywhere in the galaxy now. So I want to use this to get back to one of the last stations I was at. Let's chance this one that... yes, let's chance this one that... actually, this goes to recent. Yeah, Rendezvous 4. Alright, let's chance it. Right, somebody else's ship is down there. Let's see what happens if I just sneak aboard.
A few moments later.
Alrighty, well this is like the third time now I've been ejected from the space station because there is a great big freighter parked right in the middle of it. So I think I'm gonna have to go elsewhere. Alrighty, let's have a look where we are expedition wise. Okay, I was really wanting to do that before I actually collected phase 4, but maybe what I should do, just start heading towards phase 5 and then see if we can do it in another space station. Let's do that. Oh, now, do you know what I've just realized? Actually, no, that's all good. Okay, I thought for a second I hadn't teleported back to the expedition systems. I thought I was still like the other side of the galaxy, but I just remembered I did that. That's good. It's good that I thought about it though, because I've done that before now. I've set a bloody course back to a waypoint, and I realised that yeah, it's probably going to take me like a month to walk back. Nice. Right, you gonna tell me anything about yourself, or? Snoopy's Hideaway. Bountiful. More salvageable scrap. I'm probably gonna need more of that, actually. Why is every planet storming? Actually, stormy planets, correct me if I'm wrong, stormy planets, when one planet storms, they all storm at the same time. I think that's how it works. Alrighty. Now, I could actually go and collect the milestone, but oops, I really want to do this one. Actually, more than just the milestone, I really want to test to see if you have to join their team. You have to be a fire team, or whether simply being on board is enough. Now, I don't know why I can't see this guy's ship. Anyway, I really want to test to see if this guy takes off. Will I actually travel with him, or will I just be ejected back onto the space station? I really want to know. How does one communicate without... Oh, he's going, he's going! It is increasing, look. Bottom right hand corner. I am travelling with the guy. Yay! Awesome sauce. Alright, let's see if I can fling myself out. Ah. Nice. Alright, let's call my ship in. That's the one. Do you want a lift? Maybe he's done it already. I'll just wait here for a second. If he's interested in coming along. Oh, he's busy battling. Alright, do you know what? If he's doing the Sentinel Pillars thing, he's probably already done Phase 4. Alrighty. I shall not interfere. Oh, I might just steal all the sodium, huh? Look at that. What's this? Ah. I had no idea you could do that. Alright, well, that's my cue to light like a tree and get out of here. Alright, let's collect that. Let's collect that. Let's collect... wrong way. Let us collect hitchhiking. Assortment of cakes. Who doesn't like cake? Oh, a whole bunch of Quicksilver. Nice. Alrighty. Let us collect the reward for Phase 4. Deadeye Cannon. I have no idea what that is. But it sounds like something I want. Alrighty, folks. Well, that looks like it. All that's left to say now is thank you very much for joining me, folks. This was Vangelis 2019, completing Phase 4 of the Corvette Expedition. If you like what you saw, please like, please subscribe, and I will say ciao for now. See you later.